That's fine. I want to look at, okay, I'll get Acts chapter 19. Acts chapter 19, verse 11. Now God worked unusual miracles by the hands of Paul. Now God worked unusual miracles by the hands of Paul. So God is working, and he's working through hands. That's how he's going to work. Sometimes he works through your mind. Sometimes he works through your actions. Sometimes he works through your behaviors. Sometimes he works through your verbal communication. Sometimes God works through your eyes and gives you a vision that produces something that you can create because you have the blueprint or the red print for what it looks like. Sometimes God works through your heart and he moves upon it and he does what he wants to do through you by taking over your heart. Sometimes he works in your faculties, and if he takes over your faculties, he has control over you, where you go, what you do, what you think, how you move, how you act. All of your actions and reactions come because God has taken over your faculties. But anyway, that's something you skip, most of you lame preachers, because you ain't got prophetic eyes. Forgive me, Jesus. But since you want to copy anyhow, so that even the handkerchiefs or aprons were brought from his body to the sick. And so then God uses an extension or an extender, and he uses a manifested material thing in the earth, and he imputes or imparts fragrances of his self and his spirit and his DNA into a cloth. And so the cloth is no longer natural. The cloth is not just a dooley anymore. You know, I come from that holiness church. My grandmother and all them, they had them doolies on their head, had them black, brown stockings on with white dresses, and excuse me, Jesus, because it makes me mad how the devil robbed my grandmother of such a young life after living holy for so long. But I swear for God, you niggas won't do it for me. You won't do it to me. But he worked even through the handkerchiefs. Or if they didn't have them, the aprons. So if he has an apron, if he has something covering his private part, if he has something covering the lower extremities of his being, if he had something that was covering the below the belt line, having thy loins girded about with truth. So if God wanted to use truth to help Paul, or to extend the mantle or the power of Paul, he would use handkerchiefs or he would use aprons. Consume that. Let me get the next part. Use Bible Gateway. It'll help you. Just keep freestyling, but let me give you this first.